Welcome to the grand finale of the world's biggest cooking competition.
3 of the best home cooks in America will go head-to-head in the most intense battle of their lives.
This is the culinary event that we've all been waiting for. The MasterChef finale. The journey began with tens of thousands of hopeful home cooks from every corner of the country. We searched high and low, all in hopes of finding America's next MasterChef.
Woo!
You can't teach that. It tastes delicious. The home cooks that were good enough to win a white apron then began their culinary journey of a lifetime. Please welcome Wolfgang Puck! This year, the home cooks had the honor of working with some of the brightest stars in the culinary world. Waste no time. Let's go. They endured intense pressure. David.
Forget it. His apron is off. He's leaving.
Nathan, vocal, come on.
Nathan, I need you to...
Oh!
Bride and groom, where is it? In the most difficult challenges the competition has ever seen. These guys put their lives on the line. Now get real or off.
The caliber of talent was bigger and better than ever before.
This is MasterChef cooking at its absolute best.
Year after year, we've narrowed down the competitors.
You have to leave the competition.
I messed up. But this year, for the first time ever, 3 home cooks will step into the ring for the grand finale. But only one will be crowned America's MasterChef.
Now, MasterChef always raises the bar. And this year, for the first time ever, we sent all 3 contestants back to their hometowns for 1 week to create their final menus where their culinary dreams began. To make sure the finalists were using their time wisely, we paid them each a surprise visit, beginning with Brandy in Irvington, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
We are in the middle of freaking nowhere. I've got no signal on my phone. The GPS is not working. I've got to rely on the maps.
At least put a good song on the radio.
There's no reception. Is there any way we can go a bit faster? I can walk quicker with one leg. The speed limit's 60 miles an hour.
32 is fine.
It will be dark by the time we get there.
So finished.
Can I drive, please?
No. Here's the school.
Irvington Elementary, where Miss Brandy Mudd teaches.
So if we have a whole number and we divide it by a mixed number.
It's been so long since I've been with my family, my students, and being back home has really given me a breath of fresh air that I need to really motivate me to do well in the finale. That's it.
Miss Mudd, hello. Good morning. So sorry to disturb the lesson.
I had no idea.
Whoa! I cannot believe Gordon Ramsay and Christina Tosi are here right now.
You've all got the rest of the afternoon off.
I've been training, I've been practicing, and I can't wait to show the judges what this Kentucky girl has up her sleeve.
So we're dying to find out about this menu.
Well, I've tried to stick with my Southern roots, but I want to go upscale with all of it, and I want to show how much I've grown in the MasterChef competition. You know, I love the play on sweet and savory, and I've really been working on my plating because I know that you eat with your eyes first.
Coming back and having that downtime, how are you feeling?
You know, my sons really needed me while I was gone. You know, I sacrificed a lot to come out there, so it's been great to be able to be home and see them again.
What would winning mean for you?
I did this for myself, but really I did this for my students and for my kids because I wanted them to see that no matter if they come from a big city or from Irvington, Kentucky, you know, that they can really accomplish anything that they want.
Listen, make sure you give it your best shot because this is going to be the most demanding finale ever.
I'm super pumped and ready for this. I have 24 students in my whole entire town counting on me to win this trophy. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna bring it, and I'm gonna show everybody that I have what it takes to win this competition.
Take care. See you back in the kitchen. Next, we travel to Las Vegas, the hometown of both David and Sean. First, we visited David to see how his menus were coming together.
Are you happy I'm making salmon?
Yeah.
I have an amazing 5-year-old daughter, Liliana. I've really missed her so much.
I wonder if he's cooking.
She truly kind of grounds me and shows me what I'm fighting for. come in.
Let's go into the kitchen.
I have been feeling stressed out, got a lot on my mind. So to have Gordon and Christina here with me, it's just so unbelievable. I feel like I'm dreaming.
First of all, how you feeling?
Feel good, a little nervous. Just been spending a lot of time with Liliana and just practicing.
So why don't you give us an insight to your menu?
You know, I start with seafood in my appetizer, so obviously I'm not gonna have seafood in my entree. That left me with maybe beef or poultry. And I want something light for my dessert, nothing too crazy.
Okay.
I just want to make sure whatever I'm doing, that it impresses you guys. And that's the thing. It's like everything I think of, I'm like, you guys have probably already seen it before. It's nothing special. And I'm like, how do you wow the judges?
Listen, you have to have a plan
do.
across each and every course. You know, it is the finale. You're one step away from realizing that dream. What's going to change if you win this?
It'll kind of solidify me believing in myself. Because like even still to this moment, I doubt myself and I wonder, it's true. I'm like, did I get here because other people just messed up?
You can cook. You know, you're in there for a reason. Don't doubt yourself.
Thank you, chefs. There have been times where I've really doubted myself in this kitchen, and it really shook my confidence. But I really want to prove to myself and my daughter that I am the best home cook in America. I've got to do everything I can to create the best menu of my life.
Keep that head up high. For our final stop, it was a short drive across town to Sean's house, where we were curious to see how he was preparing for the biggest night of his culinary life.
Good morning. I knew it.
How are you? How are you guys? Something smells good.
How are
Great to see you.
Wow. Right. First of all, good to see you. How have you been?
I've been busting my butt in this kitchen, chef.
Really?
I've been wearing this kitchen down nonstop, and I'm ready to get back and take home that trophy.
What do you have planned?
I've got some crazy stuff in store. I wanted to kind of go broad Asian, all those really super big, smoky, bold flavors in there. And I kind of want to use some liquid nitrogen.
Wow. So, I mean, you're going out there. I mean, this is...
I'm going big, chef. I took risks the whole time. If I'm going to win this thing, I'm going to win it with risks. Chef, I've grown so much. Like, I've been DJing for more than half my life, but I don't feel like I've had a unique voice. And I've found my passion in this competition. I've found how much I love being in the kitchen, and I'm finding a unique voice with food.
Now, how's Mum?
Mom's amazing.
What's the message she's sending to you?
Stay confident, and sorry. You know how I am with Mom.
You're an inspired guy. Mom means a lot, and from what I can also tell,
There's Dad.
Dad.
Yeah, that's my dad. He's gonna be with me. Losing my dad was tough. He was my inspiration as far as pushing me to follow my dreams. So I came into this not just for me, but for my parents. I miss them every day, and I'm hoping and praying that I can make them proud. I'm gonna attack this finale like I've never attacked anything in my entire life.
You've got one final shot at this.
Yes, chef.
Bring everything you've got.
I will, chef. I am going to be America's next MasterChef.
Our first finalist tonight is David, a 35-year-old professional poker player from Las Vegas, Nevada.
But victory won't come easy. The first hurdle that stands in David's way is Brandy, a 27-year-old fifth-grade teacher from Irvington, Kentucky.
Completing the lineup tonight is Sean, a 33-year-old DJ from Las Vegas, Nevada. Woo! Woo, let's go! Come on! Woo! It was so nice for both of us to see all three of you in your home environments and a chance to have a glimpse into your very different worlds. But now, all three of you are back in our world.
For this grand finale, Gordon and I will not be your only judges.
Joining us tonight are two of the biggest names in the culinary world.
Right now, through those doors, we're about to welcome two culinary gods.
Woo! It's getting real.
Please welcome
Oh, no way.
David, Brandy, and Sean. For this grand finale, Gordon and I will not be your only judges. Please welcome two culinary gods. Chef Danielle Balut and Chef Wolfgang Puck.
Hello, Gordon.
Danielle Balut is considered one of America's leading culinary authorities and one of the most revered French chefs in New York.
Tonight, I'm looking for perfection on every single plate. And each plate should tell a story. It's gonna be your story, so I'm looking forward to taste what you are doing for us today.
Wolfgang Puck runs one of the biggest food empires of all time, encompassing nearly 100 restaurants around the world. Wolfgang was in this kitchen at the very start of your MasterChef journey.
I want you to show me how far you have come since you first arrived in the MasterChef's kitchen.
Wolfgang, Danielle, it's an absolute honor to have you both here tonight, and your feedback is going to be invaluable. Now, throughout this competition so far, you have all overcome every obstacle, including some of the most talented culinary opponents this country has to offer. And tonight, they have returned to cheer you on. Also, to cheer you on, your amazing families. Sean, your mum, Karen. Randy, your mother, Jackie. David, your mum, Shirley, and your daughter, Liliana. Now, David, Brandy, and Sean, it's now time to put together the best three-course dinner of your life. 4 plates per course. Now, you'll each have 10 minutes in the amazing MasterChef pantry to get everything you need. You know the pressure is really on. Your 10 minutes starts now. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. This is the biggest of all MasterChef finales ever. Woo. Nowhere in the history have you had 3 best home cooks going head-to-head, and only one is coming out. My money is on the money man, David. Very precise with everything he does, so I know he can do it.
If it can't be me, I want it to be Brandy. I'm Team Brandy 100%. Because she's got something Sean and David do not. And that is soul in her food.
My money's on Sean, for sure. Because he's not afraid to think outside of the box. And in this competition, you have to be willing to take risks. He's gonna kill it.
Come on, speed up, guys. Let's go. First up, it's now time to put together your stunning appetizer. David, describe your appetizer.
My appetizer is a beet-cured salmon topped with a soft-boiled egg and a shredded phyllo dough, served with salmon roe and caviar.
Brandy, describe your appetizer, please.
I have a bourbon braised crispy pork belly with an apricot barbecue sauce over a butternut squash parsnip puree and a raw rhubarb and Swiss chard stem salad.
Sean, appetizer, describe it, please.
Tonight I'll be serving you a miso halibut cheek served on top of a Vadouvan carrot puree, and I'm gonna top that with a molecular uni foam and then some beautiful garnishes. My plate's gonna look amazing.
Sounds like you're all going big. Good luck.
You'll have just 1 hour to make your amazing appetizers. Your 60 minutes starts now.
Let's go! Well, so this is it. 3 incredible cooks. We're in for a big, big, big night.
This is the opening act. The first course sets the tone for the whole meal.
Beauty.
Look at that multitasking right there.
It's the DJ thing. Let's start with Sean's halibut cheeks. Does it spoil it, veau de vin, miso, the foam? I mean, are we going too far?
No, I think Paduvan is the lightest curry you can find with the undertone of like toasted onion, and I think it could be interesting.
I think it can't be too far very easily because Hollywood cheeks, they're very delicate in flavor, so you really have to bring that together really well.
Woo! Brandy couldn't be more different from Sean. She's chosen to cook a pork belly. She only has 60 minutes. How is she going to get it to be luxurious and tender in all of the ways that chefs expect?
David's appetizer. So the dish is a beet-cured salmon with a poached egg inside, a nest of filo pastry.
What's very important is you need to master the simplicity of cooking an egg.
You know, it's an easy thing to mess up. You just cook it right so you can peel it nicely. It's hard.
But if you can pull this off, it's going to be a showstopper. Let's go, guys. Right, Sean, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, Chef.
What do you have in that jar here?
This is seafood stock. This is going in my uni foam, and I'm going to foam it at the very last second.
What are you cooking there?
This is the Vaduvon carrot puree.
What are you doing here?
Pickled mushrooms, Chef. To give it a little bit of vinegar kick there for you.
Very interesting.
A lot going on there. Why is something so complicated?
Chef, have you known me to not take a risk?
Yeah, but there's 3 courses.
But this is MasterChef finale. We got to wow you on all 3 courses.
I'm excited to taste your dish.
I'm excited for you to taste it,
I
Chef.
see a lot of contrast of
like I
texture,
said,
flavor, and...
I really wanted to give you my journey here in MasterChef, and I think I'm going to be able to pull that off for you.
Give us an insight behind your passion.
I'll show you. This is my father. I lost my dad a few years ago. And this is a big moment in my life. So I've got him here with me.
Good man. Good luck. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Halfway, guys. 30 minutes remaining. Come on.
Hello, Brandy.
How are you?
Now, you're from Kentucky. Don't you got to put a little bourbon in it or something?
There's
like
bourbon in here. There's bourbon in there.
Okay.
I've got bourbon over there.
Okay.
What element of the dish for you are you most worried about? Is it the texture of a pork belly?
That's definitely what I'm most worried about, is that pork belly being pork tender. But this is the finale, and, you know, it's go big or go home.
Brandy, stay focused. Good luck.
Thank you, Chef.
Bye, Brandy!
20 minutes remaining. Brandy's pork belly's coming out. Look at that. It doesn't look cooked, Becky, does it?
That belly needs to be tender.
There is no margin of error. It has to be cooked perfectly because a pork belly, if it's chewy, nobody's gonna eat it.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on. Oh, my gosh.
Brandy's pork belly's coming out.
There is no margin of error. It has to be cooked perfectly because a pork belly, if it's chewy, nobody's gonna eat it.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on.
Oh, he's tender.
Kill him, guys. Seriously? That is beautiful.
Look at... Whoa. I'll save you guys some.
15 minutes to go. You gotta move.
Right, David, the idea behind the dish was what?
I'm not a big eater of salmon, but my daughter loves it, and I knew I wanted to kind of do something for her.
Are you putting something between the eggs and the phyllo?
Just a traditional egg wash with a little olive oil and salt and pepper.
Very nice.
Now you're up against tough competition. You heard Brandy's pork belly, Sean's cheeks. What do you think of the sound of those dishes?
You know, don't sound as good as my dish. Doesn't sound very exciting or unique or different, but we'll see how they can bring it.
All talk. This guy behind me is all talk.
What are you most concerned about this dish?
Right now, the egg.
Do you have a hard time filling your eggs?
I'm struggling while talking.
We're going to leave you to it. Looks like you're falling behind.
Thank you, Chef.
Let's go. We are coming up to 10 minutes to go. Sean is absolutely in the moment. The seasoning is spot on. The flavors are mind-blowing.
I mean, delicious.
Ooh, I can smell that bourbon.
Brandy, We saw her cooking her pork belly in her pressure cooker. She's got beef stock in there, some garlic, some whiskey. Sounds like she's going in a good direction, but it's really going to come down to how well balanced those flavors are.
Something wrong with these eggs.
David is falling behind, guys, and he's still peeling eggs. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
What is going on?
What happened?
He is falling apart. There's not one egg done, and we need 4. So he is up against it, guys.
Here we go. There we go. Coming off the field.
Yep, perfect. All right, I can do this.
7 minutes remaining. Let's go, Brandy. Let's go, David. Let's go, Sean.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Let's go. Come on.
Push, guys.
Keep it going, guys. 3 minutes to go.
Come on, guys. You can do this. Push yourselves.
Come on, Sean. Finish strong.
This is it. This is where it counts. Remember, 4 stunning plates. We are coming down to the last minute. 60 seconds to go. Start finishing your plates. Make sure they're the best appetizers ever.
Got this, Brandy. Come on, David. Beautiful shot.
Let's go. This is it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Hands in the air. Well done. An incredible 60 minutes. Sean, Brandy, David, please, very carefully bring those stunning appetizers down to the front. Sean, how are you feeling?
Over the moon, Chef. Everything came out perfect. I think the foam looks great, and I think it's holding up really, really well. I'm winning the appetizer round.
I think it's great to have confidence, but at the end, it's we who's gonna decide.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Brandy, you happy?
I think I did a really good job balancing the acidity and the sweetness with the fattiness of the pork belly, so I think you're going to be really impressed with it.
David, what do you think? You have the best appetizer?
Based on looks, I think they all look great, but I do like the lightness of mine. They look more like meals, the other plates. Look a little heavy.
My family'd still be hungry if they ate this.
All 3 of you, please, very carefully bring those stunning appetizers in to the MasterChef restaurant. Let's go.
This is absolutely the most important tasting of my life.
I'm going up against 2 guys from Vegas. They know high quality, high-end, fancy ingredients,
But I think I also have something that neither one of these boys have. My dish shows my heart, it shows my soul, and I'm going to give Sean and David a run for their money.
Well done. Now, for the most exciting part, the tasting of your stunning appetizers.
Brandy, please bring your appetizers forward.
I'm very confident that my food is great. The balance of flavors are excellent. I have acidity, I have rich fattiness, and I hope I can prove to the judges that you can take simple Southern ingredients and make them high-end.
Brandy, please describe your appetizer.
I have for you a bourbon braised crispy pork belly glazed with an apricot barbecue sauce over a butternut squash parsnip puree with a rhubarb Swiss chard slaw on top.
Looks beautiful. The colors are very stunning. They pop.
Thank you, Chef.
Why did you choose to plate the pork belly the way that you did?
I wanted to take a really cheap cut of Southern meat and show how it could be elevated into something more. It's kind of like I put myself on the plate. I came here as this small-town Southern cook, and you guys took me and molded me and elevated me into something more.
I'd say that's a pretty tender pork belly. I was worried that it would be luxurious and rich in a way that would weigh me down, but the acidity, the sweetness, and the savory nature of that very tender pork belly are executed very well.
Thank you, Chef.
Why parsnips and butternut squash at the same time? Completely 2 different vegetables.
But they taste so good together.
Just ask Daniel Beaulieu.
After having tasted my puree, what would you do?
I think it's hard to tell if there is butternut squash as much as it's hard to tell if there is parsnips. But the 2 together give a flavor.
Mais non.
And the acidity. No, why are you against parsnip?
Le même temps, quand même.
Bonne question.
Imagine
Why
ça,
not?
on fait ça en cuisine chez vous, là.
Hey, I want to understand what you're saying.
Chez vous.
C'est pas mon restaurant.
Oui, c'est ta standard. Parsnip.
Okay, Randy.
No,
They
ensemble.
said they
Ah, non, mais-
really love it. You know, they speak it in
Le
French, they
problème-
don't want to tell you.
Jamais, jamais, jamais.
They said, j'aime, which means I love it, I love it, I love it.
Oui.
Brandy, I love your dish. It was very refreshing for a piece of pork to be braised at the end, glazed like that.
You know, I tell you, no matter what Gordon thinks, to me, it's a very well executed dish. I think the puree is really perfect. Why? Because the parsnips give it consistency. They have starch in it and also sweetness. So to go it together, it made it actually creamier than just the butternut squash. And I really thought I don't gonna like the raw rhubarb. And I actually like it a lot now because it gives the dish some freshness.
Thank you, Chef.
Brandy, first off, pork belly delicious. Let's get that right. Nailed beautifully. Glazed, sweet, unctuous, sticky. Really beautiful.
Thank you, Chef.
Puree, it's a no-go. Because you can't identify what it is. And that's the issue. So it looks beautiful, but it doesn't give anything to the pork belly. But you nailed the protein 100%. And rhubarb, I'm going to use that. I will put pork belly and rhubarb on my next menu. You just created something seriously, seriously exciting. Well done.
Thank you, Chef.
Good job, Brandy. Good job, Brandy. David, please present your appetizers. Let's go.
My entire dish hinges on one simple single ingredient, the basic egg. The egg is what gives it the look. It shows the technique in the cook. If this egg is not cooked to perfection for these judges,
thank you.
My MasterChef dreams could be over in the first round.
David, please describe the dish.
Chefs, for you today, I have beet-cured salmon topped with a soft-boiled egg and a shredded phyllo dough topped with salmon roe and served with a little dollop of caviar.
David, I looked at the dish, I thought, damn, caviar 3 ways. Screams a quail egg. Why a big egg? And why so in your face?
Once you cut into the egg, the yolk kind of gives it a little bit of moisture. It runs over it like a sauce almost. And I just really felt that the dish would go well with it.
You served 4 eggs to us, and you never tested one. How do you know they're cooked beautifully?
This is the finale. It's no time to play it safe.
When we cut into those egg yolks, and they're not running, it's game over. David, when we cut into those egg yolks and they're not runny, it's game over. You've nailed it. Young man, you've got balls the size of ostrich eggs. 4 for 4.
Thank you, Chef.
It's a very interesting choice of an appetizer for sure. You really wowed me with the risk that you took tonight. I love the idea of the egg, and the poppy seed vinaigrette is really refreshing because it brings that acidity. But visually, it's not the most beautiful dish you've ever cooked in the kitchen.
Yeah, I disagree. I think it looks great. It's just intriguing. Salmon needs more seasoning. Then you put the caviar on there, and all of a sudden this thing starts popping. The flavors, the beetroot, the caviar, the egg, really beautiful.
Thank you, Chef.
The biggest issue I've got is the phyllo paste because it's an obtrusion. Slightly greasy, doesn't have much flavor, looks good, but never delivers the punch.
You know, Gordon, I like the idea.
You like the phyllo paste? Come on.
I think it's good.
I would have used potato.
It would be too traditional.
I disagree with Wolfgang because there's way too much phyllo.
Absolutely. And I think, David...
Don't agree with him.
No, but to me, I will say that flat is a little bit what I felt in terms of seasoning. There's not enough flavor to really nourish these eggs and the phyllo and the salmon.
I love the idea. It's like cutting into a bird's nest. I love people who take risks. I really think you gambled, it paid off. But there's also some of the things which are not just the way they should be. Like the black caviar on the side. You know, it's like an afterthought. You almost forget to eat them. But all in all, it's really a well thought out dish, and I think not an easy dish to execute. So congratulations, I like it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Sean, please bring your dishes up.
I'm so proud of this dish. I've put my heart and soul on that plate. This is really my crowning achievement. And I think the judges are gonna love it. I think I'm gonna blow them away with this one.
Please describe the dish.
Tonight I'm serving you a miso halibut cheek with a vadouvan carrot puree, pickled mushrooms, and an uni foam. So I really wanted to give you something that is not seen all the time. I like to work with ingredients that are not your everyday run-of-the-mill ingredients. I like to go a little off the wall. But I also, at the same time, wanted to show you my journey here in MasterChef. I know it's jumping around cultures, but you know, here in America, there's no rules with food. We put the most delicious stuff on the plate. It's not like the French cuisine where it's very, very strict rules.
Visually stunning. However, tastes nowhere near as good as it looks. Halibut is cooked beautifully. I mean, really beautifully. You know, it melts and it's sort of glazed, so you've got the sweetness. But then comes the crash, because I've got this strong pickled mushrooms. And one thing you never ever do is pickle a morel mushroom.
Fair enough.
We were talking about how American cuisine has no rule. But really, to me, French cuisine has foundation.
Okay.
French cuisine has also a respect for ingredient, an understanding of ingredient, and that morale to me throw me off. When you buy a gorgeous ingredient, we can say whatever we want about the French, but one thing for sure.
I respect the French.
No, it's okay.
I really liked the dish. For me, I think the beauty is in the halibut cheek. It's a beautiful cut. It's sweet. It's delicate.
Thank you.
25% less on this dish, and you easily have the best appetizer in the room.
I disagree.
You know, Gordon, there is not much wrong with it because the ideas are great. You did a great job on the halibut, but the uni has no flavor because it's air. It didn't add anything to the dish. I think if you would have put all the onion and made a vinaigrette or some kind of a sauce, I think it would be really a perfect cohesive dish. Now, you tried very hard, and I love people who are adventurous.
You guys told me to put myself on a plate, and that's what I did. Win some, you lose some.
We're trying to help you.
Oh, I know, absolutely.
I'm not interested in your arrogant attitude.
I'm not trying to be arrogant, Chef.
No, but you've got to listen because it's to help.
Well, Chef, if I came off as arrogant, I'd like to apologize. It's not arrogance, it's passion.
Thank you. Sean, Randy, David, please go back into the kitchen and get ready to start cooking your entrees. Wow, let's get one thing right. I mean, 3 stunning MasterChef-worthy finale dishes. David's appetizer.
David's eggs was perfect, and the sort of the runniness of the yolk nourished very well the phyllo, the technique of chef, and I found it very impressive.
You know, for me, it could have been a showstopper had he had less phyllo pastry and just thought a little bit more about the caviar overlay.
I thought it was beautiful, the way it looked like a red carpet. I felt like I'm going to the Oscars.
I love the idea of the egg, but I thought there was a lot more he could have done to make the dish elegant. Brandy's appetizer, I think the pork belly was light, it was tart.
I would have loved the pork in smaller portions because it is an appetizer.
Brandy Mudd tonight came up with a combination that every chef in this country is now going to cook because it was absolutely delicious.
I definitely like what she did.
Sean's halibut cheeks. Honestly, it was like something out of both your restaurants. I mean, beautiful masterpiece.
I think Sean was daring in what he did, and he was trying to wow us with his creativity.
I think that the issue with Sean's dish was he lost his focus. He was so intent on doing so much over 60 minutes.
I don't know what went into Sean's head to pickle the morel and the mushroom because they tasted like vinegar, and it made no sense.
I still think it's anyone's game.
But I'll have the disadvantage because my freaking appetizer. I'm on the bottom as far as appetizer goes, so if this entree doesn't blow them out of the water, I'm done.
Game over.
Well, guys, appetizers only the first of 3 courses. Let's get in there and fire up the entrees.
All right.
David, Brandy, and Sean, it's now time to get started on those incredible entrees. Your 60 minutes starts now. Keep it going, guys. The best that you've ever done. Come on. Wow, this is it. Round 2. This is the course that will really solidify their position in this competition.
My entree is Savoy cabbage wrapped guinea hen and foie gras with a yellow wine and morel cream sauce served with sauteed fresh morels and thumbelina carrots.
I'm making a cast iron skillet seared duck breast over mixed greens cooked in andouille sausage with a blackberry demi sauce and ramp hush puppies.
I'm making a beautiful ancho coffee rub venison loin with a plum truffle demi sauce, roasted balsamic cipollini onions, and roasted fiddleheads.
45 minutes remaining. Come on.
Let's go! I keep thinking I'm burning something.
Right. Sean, how are you feeling?
Good. Getting my head back in the game.
What are we doing there?
I'm smoking some plums to kind of give it a smokiness to go with my plum demi.
It sounds amazing, but I can't quite believe the extent you're going. Are you pulling it back a bit? Are you reining in, or are you going all out again?
I took in every piece of advice you guys gave me. Like, that's why I'm pulling things out and changing some things around on this dish.
I want a dish who really works together as a whole.
Yeah, this one's going to come together. It's going to be woodsy. It's going to be natural. It's going to be smoky.
Remember the venison, cook it just right.
Yes, sir.
Because that will take you down. If you overcook the venison, it's over.
Venison's going to be
Game
beautiful.
over. Right, young man. Good luck.
Good luck.
Smells delicious.
Thank you, chef.
Halfway, guys. 30 minutes gone. 30 minutes remaining.
Hello, Brandy.
Hey, how are you guys?
How are you? Oh, hush puppy.
Yes.
I love that.
Now, what inspired you to sort of bring those very, very traditional hush puppies high end with these ramps?
I'm trying to show how you can take simple Southern ingredients and you can really elevate them and turn them into so much more.
What do you think your biggest challenge is in the dish?
Definitely the duck. It's got to be beautiful, it's got to be juicy and tender and cooked exactly the way you want it. And if that's messed up, my dish is messed up.
All right, Brandy, good luck.
Thank you,
Good.
chef.
Thank you.
23 minutes to go. Come on.
Hello, David. How are you?
Good, chef.
Now, this is where it all counts, the entree. How is this one going to nail it? How are you going to have the advantage over those two behind you?
Well, I went with a play on a traditional, amazing French dish that I think you guys will love.
Now, how you check your foie gras in there? How is it going?
I've got a timer. I've got about 2 minutes. I've made an extra one so I can kind of pull it out and test one.
A technical guinea hen. You've got the foie there, you've got the cabbage. Difficult to nail, so you've got to be very careful. It's all going to come down to your execution, your timing. Good luck.
Thank you, chef.
Good luck, David.
15 minutes remaining. Come on, guys.
Beauty, son.
Looking good.
Yay, Brandy! Looking golden, baby.
Sean's venison. I mean, there's a lot going on there.
Again, I think maybe some flavors where you think why you have ancho chili and truffles mixed together.
Here's the bottom line. Sean, right now, with his entree, needs to blow us away. Otherwise, his chance to become America's next MasterChef is gone.
Now, Brandy's entree.
Yes.
Duck is hard to nail.
Absolutely. You want to have the skin crispy. You want to have the meat tender and
Yes.
pink.
She's got her work cut out because duck is very unforgiving. 30 seconds over, and it's dry.
Close.
David's entree, the preparation in that guinea hen, very technical. Now, I can't see them cooking that short period of time.
He has to nail the cooking of the guinea hen. You know, guinea hen gets dry.
Yep.
If it's overcooked.
This is a tough one to pull off.
Woo!
4.5 minutes to go, guys. Come on. Got to start plating, guys.
That's beautiful.
Look at Sean, the way he's plating there now. Look at the artistry on Sean's plate. Come on.
Lord, 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 Lord. All right, David, let's go. Let's get it on the plate, baby.
Oh, Lord. That one's no good. What happened? Wow. Brandy's in front with her plating. David is the one falling behind. He's got nothing on the plate.
He's gotta go, guys.
Yeah.
You gotta go, David.
This is it. 2 minutes to go, guys. Nail this, and you may just be America's next MasterChef. Keep it going, guys.
Yay, Brandy!
Use every second, Sean.
David! Come on, down to the wire.
Come on, guys. Keep it going. Great job. Come on. Speed up, guys. Come on, guys. Please, finishing touches now.
He almost stopped the whole plate.
He's flustered. Look, he's all over the place. Here we are. 60 seconds to go. Let's go. Come on.
What is he doing? He's falling apart.
I don't think they're gonna finish on time.
Oh, David.
Coming up, the world's biggest cooking competition continues as the 3 best home cooks in America battle it out over the final 2 courses.
Come on, Sean!
All ending
superb.
This is stunning.
I'm blown away.
This might be it.
In the closest result.
Who's your choice?
In MasterChef history.
Wolfgang.
I don't know. Damn.
The winner of MasterChef is... This is it. Nail this, and you may just be America's next MasterChef.
Use every second, Sean.
David is the one falling behind. He's got nothing on the plate.
He's gotta go, guys.
Yeah.
You gotta go, David.
Come on, guys, please, finishing touches now.
He almost stopped the whole plate.
He's flustered. Look, he's all over the place. Here we are. 60 seconds to go. Let's go. Come on.
What's he doing? He's falling apart.
Oh, David.
David!
45 seconds to go.
Keep working. Laser focus.
David has now started to plate. Finally.
I got this.
15 seconds to go.
Come on, Sean. There you go.
Speed up.
Push it to the end.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Well done. Wow, what an incredible 60 minutes.
All right, you 3. The moment of truth has arrived. It's time to taste those entrees.
Yeah.
Please, let's head to the restaurant.
Right, you 3, well done. Sean, please present your entrees, thank you.
The judges didn't care for my appetizers, so this entree has to be my comeback.
Your chefs.
Everything's on the line on this dish. Like, if I don't knock this out of the park, there's no reason for me to cook dessert.
Wow. Visually, it's breathtaking.
Thank you.
Describe it, please.
Coffee ancho, spice-rubbed venison loin with a plum venison demi, garnished with some balsamic cipollini, some smoked plums, garlic shallot cream, some truffle, and some nice, beautiful fiddleheads.
I can smell the truffle, I can smell the spice, I can smell light smokiness. What's smoked on here?
I smoked the plums. I didn't want to overpower you with the smoke, so I just gave you the smoked plums, so you have that tartness, but you also, at the back of your palate, you should get that smoky essence.
I mean, it's delicious. It tastes as good as it looks. The texture is incredible. Venison's like butter, gamey, and spicy. Coffee gives that bitterness, so there's hidden treasures in every little bite. You've now reinvented how venison should be plated because it's true to itself. I'm blown away.
Thank you very much,
Great
Chef.
job.
Thank you.
When you described the dish, I was worried about the chanterelle and the truffle, but the harmony in this dish is exceptional. Everything has its place, and everything play a nice role together. Compared to your appetizer, I think you understood harmony and respect of ingredient. Well done.
Thank you, Chef. I needed a big one today.
You know, Sean, they made a movie called The Perfect Storm. I think this is the perfect forest. I think when you look at forest on a plate, this might be it.
Thank you, Chef.
I love the onion. I think the onion gets caramelized with the balsamic vinegar, a little sugar, and I really love the color of the fiddlehead ferns because it really brightens up the whole dish. But if I would think one thing, I saw you smoking the plums. I don't think he does that much to it, really, to the dish.
Did you test them individually?
But for sure. If not, I wouldn't talk about it.
I love it.
I love it. I don't think he does that much to the dish. Okay. But at the end, it's really the venison. The rub is not overpowering, so it came out really, really as a stunning dish.
Thank you, Chef.
I love the restraint that you showed with that black truffle. That black truffle almost mimics the shape of the plate. I think it's elegant. I think it's very thoughtful. It's very dreamlike in a beautiful way. The venison is cooked beautifully, and it's great to see you change direction like that so quickly from course to course and really prove time and time again that you are a great student.
I'll never give up, chefs.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, chefs.
Nice job, Sean.
Thanks, guys. Oh, I needed that.
Brandy, please present your entrees. Thank you.
I've put myself into this entree. I've taken simple Southern ingredients, I've elevated them. Who would think that you could put a hush puppy in a MasterChef finale? But I've made it beautiful on this plate.
Brandy, please describe the entree. Thank you.
I have a cast iron seared duck breast over andouille mixed greens with a blackberry demi, ramp hush puppies, and pickled white strawberries.
Brandy, the hush puppy looks like a falafel to me, but I can't wait to taste it.
Falafel? Seriously? Put your glasses on, Granddad.
So, Brandy, are you happy with the look of this entree?
I am happy with this. I think that the elements of my dish were hard to make beautiful, but I think that I put a lot of finesse on the plate today.
I think it's one of the best plates you've ever plated. I mean, duck's beautiful. Let's get that right. That's seasoned incredibly. Love the blackberries. I mean, there's no greater combination. This is better than the appetizer. What it needs, Brandy, is a touch of lightness. I'll drop the hush puppies because it's just rich and rich and rich. Put a little bit of weight on me, but don't put me into cardiac arrest.
Yes, Chef.
Keep me alive for dessert. Well done.
Thank you.
It's very tasty. The greens, it has a nice finish of acidity behind. The andouille bring this strength to it. And the falafel, as Wolfgang called it.
What does it look like? You want my glasses, Gordon? Here, give Gordon my glasses over there. And look with the glasses. Huh? You look very handsome with the glasses, you know?
Chef, I didn't realize your eyesight was that bad.
What I really love about your dish is I want to eat it all. And I think that's the secret of a beautiful dish.
Thank you, Chef.
I love the flavor of the hush puppies, but I actually prefer the pork belly to the duck. Yet you cook the duck perfectly. But I think all in all, I expected a little more from you.
Brandy, I thought some of the flavors on your duck entree were delicious and worked really well together, but I disagree with Gordon 100%. It's by no means your most beautiful entree, and to be quite honest, it's not a strong visual presentation at all.
I disagree with Christina, because I think this is beautiful, and I think this is you to a T. And Christina needs to get her eyes tested quickly.
I think it's what you say.
What, you're saying this looks ugly?
It doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look beautiful.
I'd rather a plate that looks less elaborate and tastes phenomenal. Thank you.
But it can't look gray and brown.
Gray?
And listen, Brandy,
I love you guys, all of you.
Great. Great it's not. Delicious it is. Thank you.
Christina has the last word.
needless to say, we're all very passionate about what you put forth before us tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Taking a drink.
David, please present your entree. Thank you.
My entree course is disappointing. I wasn't able to roll my cabbage rolls tightly enough, and it took me so long that I couldn't get them in the water bath in enough time. So I'm a little worried that my hen is not cooked to the correct temperature.
Describe the dish, please.
For you, I have Savoy cabbage wrapped guinea hen and foie gras served with a morel and yellow wine cream sauce with sauteed fresh morels and thumbelina carrots.
You're not happy with this.
Correct.
You've got the right to be pissed off. Come here. Take a look at that and tell me what you can see. David.
Yes, chef.
Come here. Take a look at that and tell me what you can see.
It's maybe a little bit pinker than I intended.
That is not a little bit pink.
This is rare.
That's rare. Thank you. Sauce is incredible. The combination, that wine, that dryness, sweetness, earthiness of morels. But wrapping any protein in cabbage and then tempering it and then cooking it twice and rolling it, your work is cut out. And you need to have made 200 of these to nail it because it's unforgiving. Understand why you put your neck in your noose. That's you. Unfortunately, your hand's not strong enough because it's such a technical dish to pull off. Really technical. Thank you, chef.
The seasoning is perfect. The sauce is superb. And Gordon will agree with me. In French cuisine, sauce can count for 75% of the success of a dish. And I think here, you really proven that you were a very, very good cook and you could make a fantastic sauce also.
Thank you, chef.
You're like an artist who walks on the high wire. So, if you walk on the high wire, you better be good. If you fall, it's the end. I don't think you fell here. My guinea hen is actually cooked really perfectly. Would I have loved a little more foie gras? For sure. But the dish looks beautiful, and I really believe it was delicious.
Thank you, chef.
David, I think the flavor of the dish is delicious, but there are a few shortcomings that are pretty blatant here. It's clear that you still remain a technician in terms of flavor, but you fell a little short in terms of technique with the preparation of that protein.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, chefs.
David, Brandy, Sean, it is time for dessert. Why don't the three of you head on into the kitchen and get ready for that dessert
Thank you,
course.
chefs.
Thank you, chefs.
Thank you.
Wow.
I mean, some pretty impressive entrees. We obviously have a lot to talk about.
How's everybody feeling?
Well, they weren't as hard on me as I thought they could have been.
David's entree. I think there were high points of his dish, the sauce, and low points of his dish, the actual cookery of the protein, which was meant to be the star of the dish.
David's biggest problem this evening with his entree was him. The actual technical ability of assembling that dish was way more difficult than cooking it, and he shot himself in the foot.
I needed that so bad. If I wouldn't have nailed that one, there wouldn't have been a reason for me to even cook dessert.
Sean delivered in the entree.
I never saw venison presented this way. The onions were cooked nicely and give it sweetness, a little acidity from the balsamic vinegar, mushrooms, and he executed the venison perfectly.
Honestly, tonight's the first time where I felt that I could lift a finale's dish and transport it to my flagship restaurant, and Sean's was just that. It was that good.
Yeah.
We still got one more round.
Brandy came in with a pan-seared duck breast that was just beautiful. She played to her strengths.
When I see Brandy, I smile, and it makes me happy to see how far she has gone into the competition and stay so true to her roots. It was a wonderful, wonderful dish.
I was not impressed with that.
Visually, she did not bring the thunder.
60 minutes left in the MasterChef kitchen.
Better make it count, my man.
I think it's fair to say at this point, through the appetizer and the entree, we have a three-way tie. But there's still what I would argue is the most important course to come.
I think whoever nails this one, might rise to the top.
I agree. Let's go.
David, Brandy, and Sean, 2 courses in, 1 to go. Right now, if you had to ask me, it's wide open, ladies and gentlemen. The pressure is really on to nail your desserts. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, chef. Your 60 minutes starts now. Wow, this is it. 60 minutes away from one of these 3 talented amateur cooks becoming America's next MasterChef.
For my dessert, I'm making cornbread madeleines, a white chocolate mousse, bourbon caramel, candied pecans, and bourbon glazed peaches. The judges are going to look at this plate, and they're going to be completely floored. They're not going to believe that it came from an Irvington elementary school teacher.
You got this, Brandy. Just focus. You got it.
Come on, girl. Woo!
For dessert, I'm making a glazed and stuffed fresh cherry served with a chocolate cremeux, a Kirsch Chantilly whipped cream, cherry puree garnished with a cookie crumble and popping rocks. My dessert is very complex. There's lots of technical aspects in it. If executed properly, there's no beating my dessert.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. For my dessert, I'm making a salted caramel chocolate tart with a raspberry coulis. I needed to nail the entree after the stumble with the appetizer, and I'm back. There it is. Brandy and David better bring everything they know to take me down, because I'm motivated. I'm ready for this. The MasterChef trophy is coming down to dessert.
Wow, 60 minutes away from one of these 3 talented amateur cooks becoming America's next MasterChef.
A killer dessert from any of the 3 home cooks could nail the win.
You got this, Brandy. You can do it.
Sean,
Chef Tosi.
dessert, come on. This is your dough?
Yes, ma'am. It's a chocolate almond dough.
Okay.
I'm actually reining it in a little bit on my dessert. I'm doing a classic salted caramel chocolate tart with a raspberry coulis.
Now, why decide to play it safe in the dessert course?
Well, I said simplify. I didn't say safe because this thing might not set. So my timing's got to be right.
And how long do they need in the oven?
They need probably about 10 to 15 minutes.
And then you got to chill them down and fill them.
Like I said, simplified, not easy.
Okay.
You know, sometimes the simple things are more difficult.
Absolutely,
that is true.
because the flaws shine even brighter.
Sean, your last 40 minutes cooking this kitchen. Good luck.
Thank you.
Right, Brandy, how you feeling?
I'm feeling really good.
Tell me about the dish.
I am making cornbread madeleines.
Right.
They'll be dusted in powdered sugar.
I don't know if you know, but Danielle is an expert at Madeleine.
Oh, is he?
An expert.
I serve millions of Madeleine.
How are we dressing this? What's the garnish?
I have the peach puree. I'm making a bourbon caramel sauce. I've got spiced candy pecans. I've got my white chocolate mousse over here. I'm sticking true to my southern flavors, but I am going to give you an upscale looking dessert.
Now, the peaches, you caramelize them, roast them. How are we cooking them?
In my cast iron skillet, I'm going to caramelize those in butter and brown
skillet.
sugar and flambe them with
Good.
the bourbon.
34 minutes to go. Good luck.
Hello, chef.
David, give it to me. What are you working on?
Right here, I've got cherry puree.
Okay.
In that bowl, I've got a cherry compote that's gonna go piped inside of a pitted fresh cherry. And I'm gonna glaze it in my red glaze over here.
So it's a cherry stuffed with cherry, glazed with cherry.
Well, the glaze is a milk chocolate glaze.
Oh, so this is chocolate, but also colored with red.
Yes.
Look at how shiny and stunning it is.
Right, yeah, I think it's gonna be beautiful.
And is that some gold decor I see over there?
Over there, yeah.
So you're bringing us Vegas in this last course as well.
Exactly.
You only have half an hour left, so you better speed up.
All right, good luck, David.
Thank you, chef.
So David is doing the symphony of cherries. It sounds elegant, it's focused, but David is again focusing so much on the technique, on these ingredients.
Too complicated.
Christina? I mean, is he doing to dessert what Sean did to his appetizer?
30 ingredients? You don't need that much. It's about what you put into it,
30.
thoughtfully.
Beautiful.
So Brandy's doing this corn madeleine. Playing to her strengths, but will that make the madeleine, this sweet, delicate, beautiful sponge, taste like cornbread?
Maybe the cornmeal in there will give the madeleine a little crunch.
You don't need crunch in a madeleine.
It will be a different version.
Yeah, Brandy, finish strong, girl.
Sean is keeping it simple. A chocolate salted caramel tart. I worry that Sean's playing a little too safe. Sean's
Simplicity
menu.
in dessert could be a winner.
I think that's where he's going. I've overcomplicated my appetizer, I've reined it in on the entree, and now I'm just going to give you the best chocolate tart ever. Last 5 minutes, come on.
Come on, guys.
This is it. Let's go, guys.
Oh, she's opening the bourbon.
Brandy's about to flambe.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining, please. Let's go.
Come on,
I'm going to cut this close.
you got this, Sean. Oh, I squeaked like a girl there.
Look at David's dessert. Come on, guys. Seriously?
Dessert. Look at
Looks like beautiful presentation. Huh?
David, it looks amazing, bro. David, so good.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. It's definitely artistic all the way.
Good job, Brandy Mud.
Thank you, Sean.
There's,
Oh
wow.
my God.
Look at Brandy's. Gorgeous.
Look at the plating on that.
That looks amazing.
Beautiful, Sean.
Looking good. Come on, Sean. Come on, Brandy. You can do it. Come on, David. This is where it counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bring it in, buddy.
Oh, man.
I love you guys.
Yeah, Brandy.
That didn't come from Kentucky. Come on.
Bravo, bravo.
Absolutely amazing. Now, for the most important part. Based on this last tasting, one of you 3 talented individuals will become America's next MasterChef. Please, very carefully, lift those desserts into the restaurant. Let's go.
Good job, Sean. You got this, Brandy.
Wow, what a journey.
Brandy, please bring your desserts forward.
I'm super excited about this dessert. Even though I've got these simple Southern ingredients, it doesn't look like it came from a Kentucky chef. It looks like it came from a master chef.
Brandy, please describe the dish.
I have for you a white cornmeal madeleine with a bourbon caramel sauce, a white chocolate mousse, spiced candied pecans, and bourbon glazed peaches.
Brandy, my one worry is cornmeal inside that mixture. Why make that mixture dense, gritty, heavy, when madeleines don't taste like that?
You all always tell us to put ourselves on the plate, and a French madeleine wouldn't be brandy mud on the plate, so I wanted to put my spin on it.
So what would be the difference between you with your madeleines to you with your cornbread?
Cornbread is a lot thicker, a lot denser. These are going to be light and fluffy.
So you said light and fluffy in the center and not heavy. Brandy, let's get one thing clear. They are definitely So, you said light and fluffy in the center and not heavy. Brandy, let's get one thing clear. They are definitely not light. It's heavy. The actual peaches, the chocolate mousse, and those caramelized pecans are mind-blowing. But the madeleines, unfortunately, are nowhere near as light as they should be. You set your heart on putting your spin on the dessert with the corn, it just doesn't work.
I think, not every Madeleine is equal because there's many recipes for Madeleine. And for you to put cornmeal, I think it's wonderful. And this is a comforting and yet sophisticated dessert. The chocolate mousse is light. It goes very well with it. I love your dessert. I just don't want to compare what I know with what it is, yeah. That's all.
Brandy, to me, if you want to call something a Madeleine, it should be something close to it. But I like the peaches. I like actually the chocolate mousse, the caramel with the pecans. I thought this is enough, the flavor of the South where you come from.
Thank you.
Listen, Brandy, when those 60 minutes were up out there, these two had the look of fear in their eyes because this dessert is stunning. I think your whiskey caramel sauce is so delicious that you should jar it and sell it. I would buy it from you. Your white chocolate mousse pairs really well with the acidity of the whiskey. I think you have a lot of winning elements on the dish. You pushed yourself, and I commend you for it. I'm incredibly proud of you.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Okay.
David, please bring your desserts up.
My plates are beautiful. There's nothing I would change. I gave it my all. I put my heart and soul in that plate. I focused like I never have in the MasterChef kitchen, and I produced the results.
David, please explain in detail your dessert.
For you today, I have a fresh cherry pitted and stuffed with a cherry compote, then glazed with a white chocolate red glaze, a chocolate cremeux, a kirsch chantilly cream, garnished with a cookie crumble and some gold popping candy.
So there's 9 different elements on this dish. Why?
I think they all complement each other well. I mean, the textures, there's so many different textures on the plate. The popping candy gives it the crackle. The cookie crumble gives it some substance. The airiness of the chantilly cream, the smoothness of the mousse, and then the bite of the cherry with the tart taste. I had tried it without certain elements, and it always needed something more. But once I put them all together, it really felt like it was complete.
Looks beautiful.
Thank you, Chef.
David, visually a stunning dish. And once you eat everything together, the cremeux, the whipped cream, the cherry compote, and the cherry with the sour cherry filling in it, I think it's a great marriage of different textures and flavors together. So to me, that's what a dessert should be like. Full of flavor, not too sweet, and just enough so that you want a little bit more.
Visually, you really hit the nail on the head. I love the classic cherry and chocolate combination. I think that your chocolate crumbs brought a nice surprise texture that I thought was very welcoming. It's certainly thought-evoking, and that in and of itself is definitely an accomplishment.
Thank you, Chef.
David, the menu you did was a little bit heavy front, and the middle you kind of catch up pretty well, and you want to finish with just lightness. And I think you succeed on that. Taste-wise, very interesting, very intense in cherry. I would have loved a little bit more whipped cream and chocolate, but everything tastes very good and you want to go back and scrape the plate. I like it very much.
Thank you, Chef.
David, there's good and bad parts to this. And I'm going to start off with the positives. Love the chocolate. Love the mousse. It's you on a plate, definitely. It's so nice to see you back with that kind of attitude, because that's what it's got. Now for the bad news. Don't glaze, dip, stuff a cherry unless you can make that cherry taste better than it did naturally just in that. So it's out there, it is good, but it just needs a spine, that foundation that you build out on, because there's little bits of everything. You're scared to be simple because you think it looks inadequate. But I think out of the 3 courses tonight, this is you without a shadow of a doubt.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Finally, Sean, please bring your desserts forward.
I'm really liking my dessert. It's a pretty simple dish, but the flavor is amazing. That caramel came out perfect. The ganache came out perfect. The tart crust came out perfect. I think I nailed it.
Sean, please describe the dish.
I did a salted caramel dark chocolate tart with a raspberry coulis.
Sean, it looks simple, looks elegant. My big worry is that this is the kind of tart that you take one mouthful and then push it away because it could be so sweet, so sickly.
That's the risk I knew I was taking because it is such a rich dish. But I'm hoping the raspberry kind of comes in and cleans out the palate.
Now, Sean, let's get real. When I slice into it, it should be a beautiful, clean slice.
Yes, Chef.
And that bite better not be my only bite.
I'm hoping it's not, Chef.
This slice of tart is worth $250,000. Here we go. Sean, this slice of tart is worth $250,000. Here we go. That tart, look at it. It just hugs the contour in an even layer through.
Looks like a tiny slice of pie.
See how it tastes.
Oh, man.
Are you speechless?
It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Love the texture of the salted caramel. The ganache ratio is spot on. I'm dying to get a second, third, fourth bite. It's not too sweet. But you baked that beautiful chocolate tart brilliantly and then screwed it up by sitting on a damp bed of raspberry coulis. That's the bit I don't get.
You know, Sean, I thought that the dough on the bottom is a little undercooked. It's not crispy as I want it to be, but the salted caramel with the bittersweet chocolate actually works so well together. And I don't think I really need the raspberries with it.
The dough is good. Considering you had 60 minutes to make this dessert, to make the dough, to rest the dough, to bake the dough. I mean, it was definitely up to a challenge.
Yes,
and I think you really succeeded in that challenge.
Thank you, Chef.
The caramel, it was perfect. It's something you go back to it because it's addictive.
Sean, for me, you couldn't ask for a more beautiful, delicious salted caramel filling. The chocolate ganache on top is luxurious. I think playing it simple, yet keeping it deep and complex was the smartest move you could have made tonight.
Thank you very much, Chef. Thank you.
Nice job, Chef.
David, Brandy, and Sean, whatever the result, I have never felt any prouder.
Thank you, Chef. It's an honor to be here.
We have a lot to discuss. The next time we see you, we will be telling you which one of you three is America's next MasterChef.
Thank you, Chef.
Off you go.
Thank you, chefs.
Thank you.
Now, after all these amazing tastings, we have to pick one.
We're talking about the complete three-course menu, that meal that each home cook served us this evening.
Let's start with David's. He started off with that amazing beet-cured salmon with that soft egg wrapped in the phyllo paste.
David's eggs was perfect, and the connection, horseradish, beet, poppy seeds, a pinch of salt over would have helped, for sure, but I found it very impressive.
Then we had the guinea head wrapped in Savoy cabbage with foie gras, morel cream sauce, glazed and bellini carrots. Talk about ups and downs. The sauce was amazing. The execution of the dish was dreadful.
I think he tried to show us that he's a very good technician. I love the sauce. The sauce is important in the dish, yes, but in that case, the sauce didn't save the dish.
If the main ingredient is not really right, I mean, you end the
Yeah.
And then dessert, that incredible looking symphony of cherries. To the eyes, it definitely had that appeal. It just wasn't cohesive.
I do not agree with you at all. The cream, the cherry, the chocolate mousse, the chocolate...
There was not enough chocolate mousse. There was not enough cream.
But I tasted...
There was not enough crumble.
Maybe for you, but I really love to have just one spoonful and say, I'm dreaming.
I am so proud, and I hope the judges see the thought that went into my menu and the technique in all my courses. I didn't hold anything back. I took a risk. I tried to be creative. I'm not settling for second place.
Brandy, for her appetizer, she gave us the cubes of braised pork belly tossed in that apricot barbecue sauce.
The pork belly she nailed. The flavor was incredible.
I loved that apricot barbecue glaze. It was light, it was beautiful.
And I think that gastric was really the dish.
It was delicious.
The entree from Brandy, that seared duck breast, wilted greens, ramp hush puppies.
The cooking on the duck was brilliant. The flavor profile, we never need to worry about Brandy's flavor. It's there, instantly.
The pork belly and then the duck, they were too similar for me to have it on a menu.
And then, of course, Brandy's dessert, cornmeal madeleines, white chocolate mousse, caramelized bourbon peaches, and the spiced candied pecans. By far the most stunning dish that Brandy brought us. I thought her whiskey caramel was delicious. I thought her white chocolate mousse was delicious.
Corn.
I hated the idea of making madeleine with the cornmeal, but at the end, I like what she did.
I've grown into something so much more than what I was when I came here. I'm not just a small-town Southern cook anymore. My plates look like they came out of a Michelin restaurant, but at the same time, I've stayed true to my roots, and I believe that I deserve to win this.
Sean, now, those amazing halibut cheeks marinated in miso, and then those pickled mushrooms, then the uni, and then the foam. The hero was nailed beautifully, but he went way off piece, and he got too excited like a kid in a candy store.
I was confused. He got so caught up in the emotion of the story that he wasn't thinking enough like a chef.
And then, following that, was this incredible venison loin. The venison worked. He had every note on that beautiful wooden board that harmonized.
This one had color, texture, it had the whole thing, the whole shebang, as we say.
And then dessert, that salted caramel tart with that raspberry puree.
He had a great balance of flavor in that salted caramel filling. He had a nice, rich, smooth chocolate ganache. And the raspberry coulis brought the acidity that was needed.
Pure simplicity is the harder thing to do something simple and restrained like that.
Pretty impressive.
I think I deserve to win because we've all had our flaws, but I was definitely the only one who adapted and who took the critiques and changed their path. Now it's all in the judges' hands, and I respect their decision, but I think I did enough.
MasterChef, it's about someone who show passion, technique, creativity, and something where you haven't seen.
Whose three-course meal do we want to eat again?
Nobody nailed all 3 courses. Let's get that right.
Agreed.
So who had the best 2 courses? Wolfgang. You saw them all from the beginning. Who's your choice?
I don't know. Damn.
I think we have a decision. Let's go and tell them.
I'm just Brandy. I'm just a teacher from Irvington. That's all I am. There's no bells and whistles. I want everyone to see that you really can do anything that you set your mind to.
I don't want to let my daughter Liliana down. I'm sure she'll be proud no matter how it goes, but I really want to be able to take that trophy home and let it sit in her room and let her be proud and tell all her friends that her daddy is the next MasterChef.
Winning this competition, I'm going to make everybody that was cheering for me proud. From my mom to past contestants. I'm going to make Vegas proud. I'm going to make my dad proud.
Sean, Brandy, David, let's get one thing straight. All 3 of you have grown so much across this competition. Tonight, you 3 prove beyond a shadow of doubt that you are definitely the 3 best home cooks anywhere in the country. That's
why would like David, Brandy, and Sean to switch places with us. Because that's where you belong. Please, come over. Wow. One of you is about to win a life-changing $250,000.
One of you is about to win the opportunity to publish your very own cookbook and to sail the Caribbean on the MasterChef cruise. And one of you is about to win this, the most sought-after honor in the culinary world, the title of MasterChef.
The winner of MasterChef is... Congratulations. Sean!
I just won MasterChef. I just won $250,000. Ah, this is the greatest day of my life. Bring it on, baby! I think I'm done with DJing. My heart is in food. My heart is representing MasterChef. I feel like this is what I was put on this planet for. My father was pushing me on. He'd be so proud. I wish my dad was here, big time. But he is.
I love you. Sean was a great chef from day one, and he executed and performed in the finale, and he deserved to win. I gave it everything I had. It just wasn't good enough to win. I'm happy for my Vegas brother.
You know how much I love you. You are so amazing. Don't you ever stop what you're doing.
I'm proud that I've shown my students and my kids that they can reach their dreams, and they can get out there and they can do whatever they want. You know, I'm glad that I put myself out there. I'm glad that I took the risk.
This changes my life. This changes everything. All my dreams came true today. All of them.